The month of January has finished, and whilst the transfer window was extremely quiet, results on the pitch are quite interesting. And I made one or two odd decisions. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Middlesbrough, Part 14, Season 3, in our quest to get Middlesbrough to achieve their highest ever finish in the Premier League. That currently stands at 7th, and as you can see from the table, we are currently in 7th. We have played 26 games and we have 44 points. It is all very congested between 3rd and 7th, and Liverpool and Chelsea are pretty much running away with the title at the moment. We do have to play Chelsea today. This is going to be a very big test, and that is going to be our first game of the day today. And we will follow that with a little trip into the FA Cup, where we will be at home to Norwich, and hopefully we will progress to the FA Cup 5th round. However, the FA Cup is of little consequence to me, and our focus really has to remain on achieving this position of 6th or above in the Premier League. During January, the transfer window was very quiet. Nobody left and nobody was brought in, and so nothing actually happened. And this is what I would have wanted to happen. I didn't want to disrupt the team at this point. Results have been very strange. They are struggling to play together. And so we've decided it's better to just try and help the team, the current team, to familiarise themselves with the tactics that we're asking them to play. But during January, there was the matter of the local derby, and we did have to play Newcastle, and with fans in a frenzy, with the board expecting a very good result. One man showed up that day, and this is what happened. And so that was part of a remarkable sequence of results during January. We've performed really well, and that's why we are currently doing so well. But before we get into what's been happening both on and off the pitch, as usual, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then I can tell you, you are definitely in the right place. So why not prepare for FM24, subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow, help us to support the very, very good work of the British Heart Foundation. And so let's take a look at what has been happening on the pitch since you were last with us. And when you were last with us, you saw us draw 2-2 away at Brighton, and then we beat Bournemouth by 2-0. We have come into a period of form following that, because we went away next to West Ham in the FA Cup 3rd round, and we beat them by 1-0. We followed that then with an away trip to Norwich in the Premier League, and we beat them by 1-0. And then came that Newcastle result, an absolutely stunning performance from Arezzo, and what a fabulous result that was, winning by 3-0. And we followed that and gone even better, and we went away to Southampton and beat them by 4-1. And so today that brings us to Chelsea, a game I'm not really expecting much from, and then Norwich in the FA Cup 4th round. But I did make some very strange decisions, because against West Ham and Norwich, I decided I didn't want to lose these games and played in a defensive mentality. I'm not quite sure why I went that way, but I decided that over the season results have been so poor that I did not want to lose these two games. Following that, I reverted back to a positive approach against Newcastle and Southampton, teams that we were supposed to lose against, and that actually paid off. So results have been basically very strange all season, and they continue to be very strange, and I'm really struggling to work out this save at the moment. I think this is going to be a test for us against Chelsea. If we can get anything at all, that will be well deserved. But I think Chelsea will probably be a little bit too strong for us. Against Norwich in the FA Cup, it really isn't that big a deal. I think I'd rather focus more on the Premier League games that are to come than doing well in the FA Cup. And in terms of injuries, I can happily say we have a clean bill of health at the moment, although one or two players are trying to regain their fitness, but at the moment we have no long-term injuries. And so today we are just going to get straight into this episode. We have 2 games to play. We're going to start at home to Chelsea, and so this is going to be a very, very tough game. I need to go and get the boys ready. I'll see you just before the kickoff. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today against Chelsea is Lewis Junior in goal, with Tuanzebe, Fry, Niakate and Williams at the back, Hackney, Bohinen and Jones in midfield, with Arezzo, Aspria and Azon up front. I don't think we're going to get anything out of this game. I don't think it is at all possible. But all we can do is go out there, do our best, and then hopefully come away with a point maybe. Maybe more, but I don't think so. I'm expecting a little bit of a heavy defeat, and I'm going to tell them that I trust them to make a difference. I just want them to go out there and do their best and to pick up where they left off against Southampton, try and win this football match. We've made a decent start. We've got most of the match momentum. We are playing with the low block, but we're playing in a positive style. We're not going to sit back against Chelsea, be defensive. We have been trying that pretty much most of the season, and it didn't pay off. When we went defensive against the smaller teams, it recovered us a little bit. Now we are positive, and there is a chance, and it's hit the post, and we hit the woodwork so much. There's so many offside goals. Is this going to be another game where it just does not go in for us? I don't know if it's because our strikers lack the experience or whether it's just at the moment the team are not playing well enough together, but we are passing it around nicely at the moment. We do have the highlights. Jones is looking to break up the right. He finds Tuanzebe to Asbria. We are in space. We do have a chance, and it comes back to Jones to Tuanzebe. What a chance, and we have scored, and Bohinen has made it 1-0. The referee is going to check for offside. We are the offside team, and maybe it's going to be disallowed. I have a funny feeling this might be disallowed. Aspria might have been offside. The goal is disallowed. We have had, and you have seen when we have been playing in these episodes, so many offside goals. And I'm not sure that can be given as offside. I think we've been robbed there. I'm really astounded that was given offside, I guess, for blocking the goalkeeper's view. I failed to see that. Chelsea do have a free kick, and the goalkeeper left it, and it hit the crossbar. Lewis Junior took a big risk there. At the moment, Chelsea have had 4 shots, none on target, 6-1 on target. We've had 4-1 on target. It's fairly even at the moment. Our XG, both teams are just about the same. It's a very even contest at the moment. But Chelsea do have the match momentum. And we perhaps need to do something about Nico Williams. But he's got such pace that I'm scared to ask Brandon Williams to mark him. It's probably not something that I really would be comfortable doing. At the moment, our shots on target ratio is better than Chelsea. But we need to keep defending well, which we're doing at the moment, and hopefully just nick a goal. We're not going to go defensive as yet. We're not going to sit back. We're going to try and attack Chelsea. It's paying off at the moment, but one mistake and it will be all over. As long as we don't get annihilated in this game, I'll be perfectly happy. And there's a long ball over the top looking for Ivan, and Azon has put it way over the crossbar when it was easier to score. I don't think it's going to be our day. In terms of what I'm seeing on the pitch, we've been as good as Chelsea. And these games can go either way. It's just going to take one mistake at the end of the day. And here is Arezzo bursting up the left. He's looking inside for Hackney, but we can't win that. And we have too many players up the pitch now. Chelsea are looking to counter. They are dangerous. Lukaku looking for Sterling back in, and Havertz has burst into the box, and Chelsea have gone ahead. And I said it would take one mistake. And if we don't take our chances, we are not going to win football matches. And Ivan is on a 6.2. He's having a nightmare. I have to take him off at half-time now. I'm powerless to control that. He's missed so many opportunities, and nobody picked up Havertz. We are supposed to be tight marking Havertz. Nobody picked him up, and unfortunately we're a goal behind. And I don't feel that we deserve that. I think we've been unfortunate, but there are players who are playing badly. And I'm going to say you've been unlucky so far, but I'm afraid that Azon has to come off. So I'm going to put Arezzo up top. He's not playing much better. And I think that possibly move Asprilla over to the left and bring on Akpom into the attacking midfield position. The defence are playing okay and the midfield are playing okay. Once again, it's just the forwards who are making a mess of things. And so we go again. And we try our best to get back into this game. Hopefully we will have a little bit of energy as we go into the last 20 minutes, and we can perhaps attack Chelsea a little bit more, but they're just too good for us looking at it at the moment. We do have a chance, and Akpom has found himself upfield, no support. He looks back, and we have got men free on the right. And Jones, what can he do with it? Can he find a pass? He does find a pass, and he does find Arezzo, and Arezzo has put it in, but the referee is looking at offside again. I cannot believe it. If this is offside again, I'm going to be very distressed, because it's just happening time after time after time, and it is offside again, and I just have to go with this. There's nothing I can do. The game is decided every time we score. It's going to be offside, and we've seen this time and time and time again during this save, and I just don't understand it. I really don't understand this at all. I feel we've been robbed here. And I think what we'll do now is we'll go and make some changes and see if we can't do something and get a point out of this game. And so I have made my changes. I've gone to the Brazilian style of play. We're just going to mix it up a little bit. I think it probably will cost us at the end of the day. Chelsea will probably score again, but I have to attack them. I have to try and get this goal back. I do feel that we've been absolutely robbed in this game, and it's just been one of those days. Having said that, though, we have not been annihilated. We've given Chelsea a very, very good game. It doesn't look like there are going to be any more highlights as we come into the final few minutes. The game is up, and we have been beaten by a 1-0. That happens in football. I guess I have to accept that. It wasn't the tactics. It was just that we didn't put any of our chances away. And if we don't put chances away, then we don't win football matches. I don't understand, though, why we are offside almost all the time when we score goals. It really does not make any sense to me. We were not getting this last season. Why suddenly can we not score goals without being offside? It doesn't make sense. And this is how the season has unfolded. All we can do is go into the FA Cup fourth round against Norwich and hope that we can score some goals and stay onside. I'm going to go and get the team ready now for that game. We'll be right back before the kickoff. And so the team for today in the FA Cup fourth round against Norwich is Junior in goal, with Manquillo, Fry, Niakate and Williams at the back. Hackney, Pickle, Jones in midfield, with Asprilla on the wing, Akpom and Arezzo up front. Unfortunately, I felt compelled to leave Azon on the bench for today because he just played so badly against Chelsea, and it does give Akpom an opportunity to come in and play and hopefully to try and establish himself in the team, as he has been complaining recently that he's not getting enough playing time. So here's his chance. And Charles Pickle has picked up an injury already. And although we should be able to nurse him through, he's obviously in a key position for us. And with him hobbling around. And we have Asprilla, who has picked up an injury as well. But it is going to be Hackney. Hackney to the near post. It's a chance, and it has somehow gone in. I'm not quite sure how that has happened, but Akpom has scored, and he wanted to play more. I decided to drop Ace on. Oh no, not another offside. Please no. The goal is awarded. This time, the game has allowed the goal to stand. I really don't know what happened there. I think the goalkeeper made a terrible error. We've made a good start. We have 2 injured players, and we'll probably need to change them at half-time. And hopefully they're not too serious an injury. They don't look too serious. They're not the red dots and sudden stop of the game. At the moment, we are beating Norwich in the cup by 1-0. We are playing in the low block, but we are playing positively. We are taking the game towards them. The low block seems to work very nicely in FM23 with this positive mentality. And so far, we are pretty much in control of the game as we are coming up to half-time. And we do have a free kick by the look of it, and it's going to be Arezo with the free kick. Can he bend one in from here? Come on, Arezo. Arezo with a strike, and it's just missed the post. And we still are 1-0 up with a better team. And Norwich are yet to have a shot on target, and we are doing very well. We beat Norwich very recently by 1-0, playing very defensively. But today we're attacking them, and we are currently in front. And at half-time, it is Middlesbrough 1, Norwich 0. I think we have to just keep going with what we're doing, but I'm going to tell them not to get complacent. There's a number of players who are not playing particularly well that we'll have to keep an eye on, but for now, we're playing well and we're dominating the game. And our 2 injured players, Asprilla and I can't remember who the other one is, seem to be coping with their injuries, but we've lost the ball. Jones has lost the ball. It's like Norwich coming forward. Norwich could come back into this game on a sixpence. 1-0 is never going to be enough. In FM, 2-0 is not enough. And it's just going to take one ball over the top and Norwich will score. This is how cruel this game can be sometimes. I don't know if you guys watched the live stream. It was particularly cruel in the live stream with Bournemouth. Let's hope it's not going to be today. And Arezo is looking to bring the ball forward. Arezo tries a very speculative effort. He didn't get any power into it. We're not looking that great at the moment, although we do have the match momentum. We are better than Norwich in terms of shots on goal, in terms of XG. But as I said, it just takes one moment, and if we defend poorly for that one moment, we'll give away a goal. There's a long cross to the far post, and there is that goal. And I really don't understand what this game is doing at the moment. We went on a run where we won 5 games on the trot, and now it does seem to me like we are going to lose 2 on the trot. It's very strange, and I don't understand it. And I've been predicting this since half-time, that this was going to come. It's almost like I can read what is going to happen, and I think I need to go and make some changes now. We will do it after this highlight. Can we come back into the game, or Norwich going to go ahead? Looks like Norwich are going to go ahead unless I change something. And I certainly need to type mark Rasmus, who Norwich somehow managed to sign this season. And Norwich are looking devastating at the moment. We're not picking up them in midfield. We're not playing very well. I need to go and make some changes. And so I've made my changes, and once again I've gone into the Brazilian style. I need to attack them now. I need to try and win this game. I don't want to have a replay. We do need to try and score another goal, as Manquillo looks to bring it forward. Hackney with the ball over the top to Ruiz. He can't get on the end of it. And Norwich are looking to counter, but that should be easy to mop up, but we haven't. But good play by Manquillo covering the centre-back, and we've managed to mop it up. Now let's bring it forward. Let's build, and let's slowly bring the ball up the pitch, and that's nice. And a good turn finds Hackney. Hackney looking for Akpom. Akpom out to Manquillo. We have men in space here. We have a lot of men, and we do have a chance, and it's been cleared off the line. It is not going to be our day again. We were, however, offside, of course, as we are offside pretty much for the whole game. I'm not quite sure how you would deal with this. It's the game. I can't train them in my training schedules offside, and I can't certainly train all the players to beat the offside trap. I just don't know how you would deal with this. It's just you have to put up with it. As Ivan brings the ball forward, he's looking for Bohinen. Bohinen is in, and Bohinen's put it over the crossbar. Tried to be too clever, and unfortunately, it's come to nothing. I am at my wit's end in this save. I have absolutely no idea what to do. All I can do is just run with the game. Whatever the game decides, we will run with it. And Norwich do have a corner, and it wouldn't surprise me to see Norwich win this, because that's how it looks to me. It's what I'm reading in the game. And Norwich are coming forward. Although we're attacking, we are vulnerable at the back because we are attacking so much. Our shots on target ratio is far better. We've had all the possession. Our XG is way better, but we are still not putting our chances away. And I'm going to go very attacking now because I've got no other option. I want to win this game. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, but we do have another chance. And here is Ruiz. Ruiz, he looks for Bohinen. Bohinen to Akbom. Akbom with the ball over the top to Jones. The goalkeeper's going to get that. And they're going to clear very easily, and Norwich are going to come forward. Actually, being out of the FA Cup might not be a bad thing, and Norwich are in. And yes, Norwich have scored, and we have lost in the FA Cup. I really do not understand what is going on here. Offside goals, hitting the woodwork, and then suddenly we will just put four. I'm going to have to go, I think, defensive again for the next few games, and see if we can't repeat what we did against West Ham and Norwich the last time. I'm not bothered about the FA Cup. We're never going to win it, especially the way we're playing this season. And so that's it. Game over, and cup run over. I don't understand. We've lost both games this episode, just following a run where we were 5 games unbeaten. I am absolutely shocked. And the players, Arezzo 6.3, 6.2 Isaiah Jones. We're terrible. We are absolutely dreadful. And I don't understand this at all. I've said this so many times this season. What is wrong with this save? I think it is broken. It is glitched. So I will play defensive for the next few games and see if the same thing happens as happened against West Ham and Norwich. We've been beaten twice today. We've lost to Chelsea in the Premier League, and we've lost to Norwich in the FA Cup 4th round. I don't know what to do. I'm totally lost. Tactically, nothing is working. We're offside all the time. We cannot win fixtures. And then when I go very defensive, we seem to go on a good run. That's what it's going to be next. And so that's it for this video. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people confused as hell playing this game, you are absolutely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff and help the channel to grow and help us to support the British Heart Foundation. I really don't know where that has come from. I knew we wouldn't beat Chelsea. I didn't see us losing to Norwich at half-time in the FA Cup. It doesn't matter what changes I make. It doesn't make a difference. And we need to stop. We need to stop being offside all the time. All that remains to be said now is stay safe. Take care. We'll see you in the next episode.